Hey, welcome back everyone. Let's solve LeetCode 199, binary tree right side view. So given the root of a binary tree, imagine yourself standing on the right side of it. Return the values of the nodes you can see ordered from top to bottom. So we see example 1 here. If we're standing on the right side, we'll be able to see node 1, 3, and 4. Example 2, if we're standing on the right side, we'll be able to see 1, 3, and we'll be able to see through as well, 4 and 5. And example 3 doesn't have a description, but the output is 1 and 3. And I'm happy for example 4, they show us an empty tree because we're going to return an empty array, right? Just like in the constraints here, it says the number of nodes in the tree can be 0, okay? So if we go to the drawing board, the approach we're going to use is just a breadth first search. And at each level, inside of our queue, like for the first level, for example, we just have something like this. We're always going to just append the last element from the right side of the queue, right? Because it's a right side view, okay? So this will go inside of a result array. And remember, we're just using the integer data type. So we're going to take out the integer from the node. So we have 1. And then now the queue, eventually for level 1, will have a node 2 and node 3 in there. And remember, we're going to eventually take this guy, okay? And then now for the last level, when we push onto our queue, we'll have something like this. And we're going to add this to our result list, so 4. And that's the answer, right? Because if I'm standing here, and I'm looking here, I can see that right side of the tree, which gives us this that I had originally. So let's draw out our function signature and let's approach this problem so then we can do a walkthrough afterwards, okay? So binary tree right side view takes in a root, okay? And remember the initial edge case, right? If there's not a root, so if not root, we're going to just return an empty array, just like that. Okay, great. So we've tackled the edge case. Now let's do some processing. Let's do some work, okay? So we'll say Q is equal to a deque under the hood. And of course, when we first start off, we have to pass in the root, right? Okay, so while Q, all right, so let's visualize that. So we have this guy in here for now. So while Q, we'll say that the size is equal to the len of the queue, because remember, we're going to be using a level order approach, okay? So for I and range size, because this loop is getting us all the nodes at that level, okay? So we're using breadth first search, but making it a little bit more enhanced level order wise is how I should be explaining it, okay? So now we have a node that we're gonna pop off from our queue. So node is equal to q.pop. And let's use this size variable. This size variable is allowing us to get the right side view of the tree by using the nodes in that current level coming from the queue, right? So if I is equal to size minus 1, and I need that res variable, because that's what we'll be appending to. So res here. Okay, so if this case is true, we'll say res the value from the node, right? So we're going to extract the value from the node because the data type we're returning is a list of integers, okay? All right, wonderful. And then now all we have to simply do is check if it has a left child and if it has a right child. And then we're going to append them to the queue for future processing. So if node dot left q dot append, right? The node left, and same logic, right? If it has a right child, so if node dot right q dot append node dot right. All right, so far so good. And I'm gonna make everything a little bit smaller. All right. Okay, so yeah, now I can just say return the res. All right, so everything here makes sense. Let's do a walkthrough. All right, so I have this already. Okay, so now we're inside the while loop, and let's represent that size. So size here is equal to 1, right? Because the length of the queue is 1. So for I in range 1, node is equal to queue.pop from the left. So this gets popped off. So that's the node right now. And so I, of course, I is equal to 0 at that first iteration. So is 0, because that's I, right? Is 0 equal to size minus 1? It is, right? 0 is equal to 0. So we append to the res, this guy, node.value. So let's also have something for res. I'll put size 1 in there. Okay, so if node.left or if node.left, if node.right, we're gonna append them to the queue. So we're gonna append this 2 here, because that's the left child of node 1. We're gonna append this 3 here, because that's the right child of node 1, right? I'm just following these steps here. Just following the code. Okay, and now we're back here. Size is equal to the length of the queue. The length of the queue now is equal to 2. So size now becomes a 2 here, and for I in range size, node is equal to queue.pop left. Okay, so this gets popped off. All right, and for I, so for I in range size, node is equal to queue.pop from the left, which is this right here. So I starts at 0, okay? Is I equal to size minus 1? It's not, right? 0 is not equal to size minus 1, which is 1. 0 is not equal to 1, okay? So we check if it has a left child. It does not, right? 2 does not have a left child. We check if it has a right child. It does, okay? So we're gonna add that to the queue. For this iteration, this size variable was equal to what we had when we had 2 and 3, right? So don't confuse yourself. Size is still equal to 2. Okay. So for I in range size, node is equal to queue.pop from the left. So we pop this guy, right? That is when I became a 1, right? Because before I was equal to 0. So now we're moving on. I is equal to 1. So is I equal to size minus 1? Size minus 1 is 1. I is equal to 1. So they are equal to each other, okay? So we say res.append node.value. So this 3 now gets appended to the res, all right? And we ask if it has a left, if it has a right. It doesn't have a left, but it does have a right, okay? So this guy comes here, okay? All right, and now we're back inside this while loop. Size gets recomputed, and thankfully it's equal to 2, okay? And we go for I in range size, node is equal to pop, node is equal to queue.pop from the left, so this gets popped off, all right? And that is when I is equal to 0, right? So is I equal to size minus 1? No, because size minus 1 is equal to 1, and I is equal to 0, so 0 does not equal to 1, right? So this case doesn't hold. We ask if node 5 has a left. It does not. Does it have a right? It does not. So these cases don't hold. We're back inside of the while loop now. Or not the while loop, sorry. We're back inside this for loop. So now I becomes a 1. Node is equal to queue.pop from the left. So this is the node right now, right? And I was equal to 1. Is I equal to size minus 1? Size minus 1 is 1, right? So we have equality there. So then we say res.append node.value. So we append this value here, okay? And does it have a left? No. Does it have a right? No. And we can clearly see it doesn't have a left, it doesn't have a right. So what's there left to do? Because now the queue is empty. There's nothing in the queue, so this is done. So we just return the res. Okay, and the res is 1, 3, 4. Is that the right side view? If we're standing over here, it is, right? And that's our answer. Okay, let's go ahead and navigate to LeetCode and let's code this up. Okay, so we say if not root, because that's the first edge case, right? We just return an empty array. Okay, we continue on, we create a queue. So we use a deque under the hood, pass in the root. Okay, so while queue for I and range. So I need to create the variable size first. So size is equal to len of the queue, because we need that size to reference to, right? So for I and range size, node is equal to queue.pop from the left, okay? If I happens to be equal to size minus 1, that means we're at the very last item of the node on that current level. So we're on the right side view, right? Looking from right to left. We're gonna go ahead and say, so I need a res. So res here, we're gonna append to res. Res that append value, right? Because we're returning a list of integers, okay? So then now, what if it has a left child? If it has a left child, we're gonna also append that to the queue for future processing. So, yeah, so then, and then now if it has a right child, same logic, we need to append that to the queue for future processing. Or in our tree, we'll just return res, okay? So hopefully this works on the first attempt. Okay, so it passes the initial test cases. Let's submit it. We have a working solution, wonderful. So let's navigate to the drawing board and discuss the time and the space. So for the time complexity, as you'd expect, it's equal to big O of n, right? Where n is the size of the tree. And we're gonna be processing through each node in this tree to solve this question, right? And then the space is also big O of n, right? Because we're using this queue to process through each node inside of this given tree. If you look at the in-depth solution for this, you can also find people saying that a tighter description of this space is big O of d, where d is the diameter, right? But it's safe to say the space is O of n. That won't get you flagged in an interview. You'll be fine. So whatever platform you're on, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you in the next one.